Well, hello everyone. We are going to jump back into Date Everything. This is a new play session, and I don't remember who I have dated. I will say after the last session, I did find that you can sort that character menu a little bit, and I figured we could probably start off by reading some of these character descriptions. Oh, I have to put my glasses on. You see the Date-A-Dex. So let's sort by new. Sure. This is going to give us everybody that we've met already. So we have Skylar Specs. Date Theaters. Last time you talked to Skylar, she revealed that her suspension of disbelief, that is highly strained right now. By giving her a little love, you might be able to work wonders. By maintaining a cynical approach, you might just break her. It's me. I put myself first, not because I'm the most important, but because I'm the one who's making all of this possible. I'm the one who negotiates a conduit between you and the rest of the dateable objects. I'll write down my thoughts here for you, as well as any progress you made in any relationships. Let's get dating. She likes curiosity, creativity, passion, dislikes skeptics. She is voiced by Felicia Day. I am a little upset at myself that I didn't catch that. We have Phonecia. She is the phone. Oh, that's the item that they are. Cool. Last time you saw Phonecia, her temperature alert went off. She assured you everything was fine, but was it? If you need the latest info on anything, look no further than your phone. The only one of us who lives on your person at all times. Phonecia is never more than a button press away. Uh-oh. Why can't I scroll? There we go. If you need the latest info on anything, okay, she's never more than a button press away. Make sure to keep her nice and cool, just like her attitude, and never put her on silent. She likes the latest, dislikes anything from last week. She is voiced by Lanisa Frederick. Okay, and we have Dorian. He is the door. You met Dorian at the attic door, and he's locked. Until you find a key, he's not going to let you in. Try looking for a skeleton key. You last met Dorian at the bedroom. At the bedroom closet, he informed you that the clothes are tied up in the laundry room. If you meet Dorian at the bedroom where he offered to let you know how to find some of the tougher to spot inhabitants, Diana the diary can be found on the dresser. Don't speak to the dresser itself. Too late, I did that already. You last met Dorian at the bathroom. Okay, so it's gonna give me an update on every time I've talked to them. So at least I have a timeline of sorts. You last met Dorian at the bathroom door. Nuff said. Unemotional, uncompromising, and intelligent enough to know when someone's trying to pull a fast one on him. Dorian is the ideal candidate to keep the unwanted out and the wanted in. Dorian loves friendship more than anything, more so than love itself. He feels that love can cause jealousy and create dangerous situations. Beneath Dorian's icy exterior, there are some mysterious hints at a rich inner life. Who on earth speaks 9 languages, aside from English? For example, Dorian exists in 17 different places around the house. Can you find all his different forms? Do you even want to? Likes friendship, dislikes nonsense. And he is voiced by Ben Starr. I was right. Okay, it gives us a little relationship status too, so we are friends. Gwendolyn. She is the window. You've met the casual, confident Windolin, a window who knows that knows what she's about. She seems to want you to live a little. Come back later and tell her about the adventures you're having. Windolin is an open book or window. She will tell you anything you'd like to know. She will tell you who in the house is fighting. Oh, my right stick is not working again. Let's try that again. There we go. She will tell you who in the house is fighting. She will tell you about how she's feeling and what conclusions she's gained from her daily meditations. She will tell you about the bender she went on 15 years ago, even if you ask her very politely not to. Is what she says always correct? No. It is sometimes nothing more than an opinion or conjecture? Probably, yes. Is she a wild source of entertainment? Oh, hell yes. She may not say things that are 100% kind to you, but she does it out of love. Or at least that's what she says. She's a master of the fine compliment sandwich. Likes transparency. Dislikes baseballs. Heh. That took me a second, but I get it. She is voiced by Carrie Walgren. Alright. I do know some voice actors. I don't know all voice actors, so we'll see how many I know or recognize. We have Shelly. She is the shelf. You met Shelly, an exuberant, lovable character with the best set of abs you've ever seen, who has a penchant for using bro slang. Shelly has always been one of the lads. She knows she's down to get dirty and messy and ain't afraid to take risks. Shelly's the kind of shelf who grew up playing sports and was always tougher than the rest of her friend group, but has a heart of gold. Shelly is a real pal and probably one of the best you'll ever find. She spends most of her time being so supporting and lifting others up and will always have your back. Does it come off as being high-strung sometimes? Sure. But that might be due to a bracket mounting problem than anything else. She likes stability. Dislikes volume control. She is voiced by Abby Trott. Abel. Abel the Table. You've met Abel, a solid rustic feller who... Why does it say feller? Feller who strikes you as being a bit old-fashioned. He sent you to see Kopi to set you on the right path for dating. Abel is sturdy and dependable with rustic sensibilities. This table is happy to support your needs, rain or shine, and most of the others consider him to be a steady, calming influence, despite his reluctance to talk. He takes pride in a job well done, which takes as many different forms as there are tables in this house. Huh. There are 8 tables in the house, so I can find him at every table. He likes steadiness, protection, exotic furniture from distant lands, and dislikes tomfoolery. Voiced by Steve Blum. That name sounds familiar. I do not recognize... I recognize the name. I couldn't tell you where I've seen it before. We have Lux. Lux the Lamp. And my arch nemesis. You've met Lux, an insufferable. You've met Lux, an insufferable influencer whose fabulous appearance seems to conceal a vapid, self-obsessed narcissist who talks about themselves in third person. Come back and see them again, or don't, whatever. It might be cruel. My art. Why? My right stick keeps not working. Okay. Where was I? Come back and see them again, or don't, whatever. It might be cruel to say that Lux is vapid, without substance, and rather uninteresting once you get below the surface, but it would be cruel to objective reality to suggest that this isn't true. Lux's claims to fame is that they have a whole lot of followers on Instagram, 2.5 million to be exact. Did Lux buy some of those followers from bot accounts from unspecified countries? Sure they did. Does that infringe upon Lux's intense pride at their numbers of total followers? Of course not. Lux's brand is centered around the concept of the light within. encouraging their followers to find their inner light and shine it brightly for the world to see. However, Lux's obsession with their image and online persona has made them increasingly self-centered and insufferable. Likes themselves, good lighting, high engagement. Dislikes interesting conversation, long-form content, legal action. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Voiced by Michael Lors. That name also sounds familiar. I just now realized that I wish I can like point, but maybe my editor can like put an arrow or something. His legs are desk lamps facing upwards, and I did not notice that before, and his shoulders are light bulbs. This art in this game is actually really good. Okay, we have number 16, Timothy Timepiece. He is the clock. You met Timothy Timepiece, a slim, dainty gentleman with cat ears and a tail. He's obsessed with clocks and punctuality. Go figure. He'd like you to return at noon sharp or else. Timothy is a cat-themed timepiece. He winds himself rather tightly, but his propriety is never in question. What cats have to do with clocks is beyond the scope of this Date-A-Dex, but possibly by following his directions you will be able to find out. Likes, timeliness, precision, schedules. Dislikes, everything else, felines. But you are a cat-shaped clock. Why do you dislike felines? And I love your gloves. Voiced by Bryce Papenbrook. We have Tina. Tina, the musical triangle. You met Tina, a bombastic in-your-face triangle who's obsessed with fantasy, drama, and raunchy reality TV. Is it toxic? Maybe. Is it sexy? Also maybe. Tina the Triangle is a poor representation of classical music, but should be a fun time nonetheless. Her grating voice is only outmatched by her grating personality. Why you have a musical triangle in your bedroom closet is ultimately up to you. The possibilities are endless. Likes drama, dislikes music. Voiced by Gray Delazelle. I'm probably butchering that. Sinclair the Sink. You've met Sinclair, one of the most bizarre characters you've encountered thus far in the house. Just as he was about to tell his story, his dog had to pee. Sinclair the Sink sure is something. Likes classical literature, calisthenics, shoes with lace patterns. Dislikes oppression of the proletariat due to unrestricted capture of profit by the means of production. I'm sorry, what? Oppression of the proletariat due to unrestricted capture of profit by the means of production. Dislikes cured meats. Okay. I'm not gonna pretend that I fully understand what that sentence means. Voiced by Nick Thurston. We have Amir the Mirror. I just realized some of them have little like faces. Huh. Or there's something underneath the icon for their item. We have a light bulb, a rose. Okay. Amir the Mirror. Last time you saw Amir, he was mortified by a piece of broccoli in your teeth. You'd better go and see Barry to get that taken care of. You've met Amir, an abundantly complimentary beauty from the Middle East who is eager to offer you some support on your self-image. Stop by again after another boost of confidence. Amir is a true romantic. He's genuinely passionate and open with his emotions. Sure, his affections can be overwhelming to anyone who isn't accustomed to his brand of radical honesty, and it's easy to mistake his flowery declarations for cheap pickup lines. But with Amir, what you see is truly what you get. He truly sees the beauty in everything. He reflects just as it is. He appreciates authenticity above all else and takes it as his personal mission to shatter any perceptions of self-doubt. Likes self-reflection, himself, yourself. Dislikes graffiti, Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary, the game, probably not the drink. Voiced by Pej Badat. Jean-Luc Pessoa. Jean-Luc Pessoa, the toilet. You've met Jean-Luc, a French rapper who refers to himself in the third person as Lil Crapper. He challenged you to a crap is cool rapping, according to him, battle. And you said you were not ready. He agreed and said something to do with go live a life worth rapping about. A French crapper, no, cool rapper, with confidence out the wazoo, always on and somewhat hard to approach, especially on an intimate personal level. Jean will happily spit bars at whoever will listen, but he only respects those who can keep up with his verbal wit. Most of the other dateables have never heard him speak a full sentence without rhyming. Probably smells a little bit. Likes rhyming, spitting, slinging, winning. Dislikes the cold reality that he is in fact a toilet above all else. Above all, he is voiced by Max Middleman. Max Middleman, I believe, also did the voice of Nanaki / Red 13 in Final Fantasy Rebirth and Remake. He's been in quite a few other things, too. Johnny Splash, the shower. Johnny shared his great dream of becoming a professional musician with you. He quit his job and is planning to compete on American Maestro. You agreed to come back the next day and help him record his audition. There's nobody like Johnny Splash, and Johnny Splash ain't like nobody else. If it seems his personality, speech patterns, dress, and overall vibe are reminiscent of someone living or dead, you're simply barking up the wrong pipe. Likes fame, fortune, everything that goes with it. Dislikes snark. Voiced by Robbie Daymond. Bathsheba. Bathsheba the bathtub. You awakened Bathsheba, self-proclaimed queen of clean. She'd like to help her. She'd like you to help her make some friends. Bathsheba is welcoming, warm, and always there for you at the end of a long day. She is all for comfy wind downs, scented candles, a DVD of Legally Blind's or Never Been Dished. That's very funny. And an offer to paint your nails or braid your hair. Oh, she just wants to be best friends. I'll be best friends with the bathtub. Maybe the toaster can join. And while she can be pretty chill, she can also get right into it with you when you need someone to vent to. However, she also tends to feel somewhat isolated and disconnected where she is in the house. She also tends to feel somewhat isolated and disconnected where she is in the house and has a pretty bad case of FOMO over the others. Oh, I mean, like, where her location in the house versus other objects. Okay, that sentence was really confusing me for some reason. She likes bubbles, bathing, Bathsheba. Dislikes wrinkly skin. Voiced by Anjali Bhimani. And then we have Rebel. Rebel the rubber ducky. You've met Rebel, an obscene, angry, profanity-driven shit-talker. Skylar warned about content, but you said you were okay with it. Seems like Rebel didn't care. Last time you saw them, Rebel called you a bunch of names and then got sick of talking to you so much, in fact, that they literally disappeared. Punk, funk, and full of spunk. They are a rebel without a cause, TM. And they do not give one single duck what you think. Likes redacted. Dislikes extremely redacted. Voiced by Amanda Hufford. Barry Styles. You've met Barry, your flamboyant yet laid back beauty guru. Come see him anytime for a fabulous chat. Barry is flamboyant yet chill, fun yet empathetic, untouchably cool, and yet somehow one of your biggest fans. He loves drama but is mostly an observer, content to skate over the face of whatever's happening. He comes off as quite confident, but internally is more than a little nervous about being replaced. He can sometimes be a little ditzy, though if anyone is self-aware, it's him. Prepare for the parentheticals, darling. Likes, interest, likes, dislikes, disinterest, dislikes. Okay. Voiced by Nick Wolford. Dasha. Dasha the desk. You've met Dasha, a muscular, powerful Russian beauty. She was all too happy to give you some lessons on romancing those who make your heart flutter. Dasha is intense and dramatic, and an absolute sweetheart all at once. She's a Russian lifter with a stoic and sensible edge, but with a sharp and sly sense of humor. Headstrong and supportive to a fault, she never hesitates to put others' needs before her own. As such, Dasha isn't used to getting attention herself, especially if it has anything to do with her secret crushes. Likes strong, dislikes stinky. Voiced by Courtney Taylor. Chance. Chance the D20. You've met Chance, a nerd that reminds you of a former you. R-stick again. Gathering around the table with friends, playing pretend, you've decided to set off on a new adventure together. Come back in a day's time to give Chance an opportunity to prepare. Lovable, excitable, and just darn cute. Chance is the supportive game master who's always ready for a new campaign. Sure, getting through a whole campaign might be difficult, but there's no penalty for re-rolling and trying again. Likes preparation, payoffs, dislikes railroads. And he is voiced by Matt Mercer. Everybody knows who Matt Mercer is. I'm surprised I didn't pick that up. He's usually doing deep voice, gruff characters. I guess I didn't quite recognize almost his own talking voice, which is kind of funny. Benoit. Benoit, mysterious objects. You've met Benoit, the sexy, sultry master of pleasure. They're there for your exploration and gratification. Benoit is comfortable, casual, and confident in essentially everything they do. Sexuality is fluid, and pleasure is a natural thing in their world. It's their primary purpose in loving. They believe there's a tool for every situation and a situation for every tool. Embrace it. Things are gonna get weird. Likes tacos, chalupas, tortas. Dislike Shay. Voiced by Erika Ishii. Sorry if that was a little bit loud. Erika Ishii is in Dragon Age and Ghost of Yotei and a bunch of other stuff, but those are the most recent things that I can remember. The Hanks. You've met the Hanks, a team of 5 Hanks the Hangers. You've met the Hanks, a team of 5 handsome dude bros in colorful jumpsuits who are all total adrenaline junkies. Sponsored by Red Bull, they need to keep the wild stuff coming. They've invited you to come hang gliding with them. If you went for it, They invited you to come hang gliding with them. You went for it. Come see them again for another adventure. If you're hankering for a harem of high-flying, handsome hunks, then look no further than the Hanks. Sure, they're all different hangers individually, but they share the same passion for adventure and adrenaline that keeps them all moving forward to the next jump zone. You'd never dream of breaking up this polyamorous playdate, and if you're lucky, you just might end up in the center of their attention. Well, at least until the next epic low-pressure zone comes in. Sponsored by Red Bull. Likes thermals, waves, the majestic dance between gravity, death, and freedom. Dislikes reading. Also voiced by Robbie Daymond. Wait. Who was it? Yeah, okay. So I guess he does quite a few voices. I knew it was all the same voice too. And then we have Bo. Bo the box. Bo on the box. You've met Bo, a self-proclaimed explorer, adventurer, rake, rogue, and bounder who enjoys anything involving the words ancient, sacred, statue, gem, or priceless piece of history. She seems to be hungry for adventure and to have some sort of quest in mind. Last time you saw her, there's a letter missing. Last time you saw her, she seemed to have become rather ill with foreboding. Bo is an adventurer, a free-spirited, wisecracking, good-hearted rogue who's always looking for inspiration and challenge. She is amazingly resourceful, sourcing all her tools, weapons, and toys from, drumroll please, boxes. She's exponentially proud of the whip she's fashioned from that extension cord you stuck in the garage when you realized you already owned 3. You should go on any adventure she pitches. This is the box that won't fall apart on the way from the car. Likes vim, vigor, during do. Dislikes dishonesty, cowardice, reliquary theft. Voiced by Ashley Johnson. Holly. Holly the holidays. I should say holiday decorations. You've met Holly. She seems very sweet and eager to befriend you, but is apparently very busy working. She said to come first thing in the morning. Impossibly positive in the most dreary of situations, Holly is a ray of sunshine in sunless spaces. She's messy, disorganized, and easily excitable about any what flavor of the month is the current talking point. The kind of person who starts preparing for Blissmas the day after Halloween. She's also wildly distractible, and while she adores her found family, she's terrible at scheduling time to be with them, notorious for always working holidays. She's stuck in a cycle of both adoring festivities, but never allowing herself to enjoy them. Likes jingling, ringling, ring-ting-tingling. Dislikes Jerry. What? Who's Jerry? The only Jerry I know is a flamingo. Kurt and Rod. Kurt and Rod, the curtain and the rod. You've met Kurt and Rod, whose self-proclaimed love language is throwing shade on one another. They appreciate humor with a bit of bite. Come see them somewhere there's a window to hang out again. These two best friends have been together through thick and thin, but always draped in the best drip. The only thing they love more than fashion is the good gossip. Is this annoying? Sometimes, but they don't care. The neighborhood is their entertainment, and they wouldn't have it any other way. Their relationship with each other comes above everything, and to get in good with one, you have to get in good with the other. Kurt is older by 7 minutes, and while they are not brothers, he takes the role of one. Rod looks up to Kurt and thinks that no one is good enough for him. If you can't make them laugh, they don't want to hear it. Come with a joke or don't come at all. Likes, throwing shade. Dislikes, nighttime. Voiced by David Morales and Jaquise Neal? Jaquise? Jaquise. I feel like those names are familiar too. Dante, the fireplace, who is voiced by Dante Basco, the voice of Zuko in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Dante is a hard worker. He has to keep a fire lit beneath him or he'll burn out, and he radiates a warm and fun personality as a result. He's easy to warm up to, and he's prepared to cheer you up on a moment's notice. He wants to teach you the way of the flame. Are you ready for his lessons? Likes slow burns. Dislikes shortcuts. So Dante Basco just voiced a character of his own name who is fire themed. I think the game creators had that specifically in mind. We have keys. Grand piano. Keys comes from a storied line of grand pianos. Name a big venue and someone in her family has graced the stage. Much like her actual keys, her outlook on life is black and white. You either are a renowned performer at the top of your game, or you're a failure and you should launch yourself directly into the garbage. You'll need patience and understanding to let Keys be the personality she needs to be. Likes classical music, dislikes dissonance. Voiced by Joy Ofudu. Lyric. Lyric is literature. Lyric is more than just a bookworm. He's some sort of genie guy. This one sounds like a lot of fun. Writing a book with books themselves. How many stories can we tell together? Likes words, words, words. Dislikes library finds. Voiced by Ray Chase. I know that name too. Can't think immediately of what they've voiced before. We have Maggie. Maggie the magnifying glass. Maggie is always on the hunt for the next mystery, whether it's trying to figure out where the table coaster disappeared to, you lost it, or who has been leaving the refrigerator door open at 2 a.m., also you, or who forgot to turn the oven off before leaving on that trip to Aruba, again you. Maggie is on the case, but there might be a dark side to Maggie's investigative spirit. Years ago, Maggie was in a relationship with a beautiful pair of binoculars. She fell madly, utterly in love. Unfortunately, the binoculars were unfaithful to her, and Maggie has been left trying to protect herself by finding out everything she can about any possible partner. This has left her pushing away anyone who might get close, as she has no sense of when being interested has become being a snoop. Likes evidence, facts, rounding up suspects. Dislikes privacy, boundaries. Voiced by Ali Hillis. Betty. Betty the bed. With that bedroom voice, it suddenly feels like you're in a dating sim. Betty seems to be the one who knows you the best around here, having already slept with you for so long. Still, any way you want to play this from here is your call. She's always understanding. Voiced by Mela Lee. Likes resting, fluff, big hugs. Dislikes mornings. Me too, Betty. Diana, the diary. Diana does seem like she might be too much to handle. A little chaotic or even scary, but I have a feeling with a little sifting and a little patience, we might get one heck of a butterfly out of that tangled cocoon. Likes Pargles, Weissome, dress it. Dislikes da 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 da. Voiced by Erica Harlacher. Alright, so we've met 29. We are friends with 1. Okay, so now that we've gone through that, and that took a little bit, we're going to just do this as kind of its own little encapsulated thing so we can get to know the characters. So I'm going to end this one right here, and in the next one we will continue meeting everybody. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, feel free to hit all the buttons and leave a comment of what you might want to see me play next. Thanks for watching. Bye.